So I'm out in Dutch Harbor, Alaska. I'm on a job for that reality show Deadliest Catch. This is going to be season 18, easily one of the longest running series on the face of this planet. And when you do these jobs, you never really know exactly how things are going to pan out. And so in the pre-production meetings, that's your time to kind of set up and manage expectations. Now for me, I said, look fellas, I'm down for anything, but I am not going on that boat. I've seen the show, I know what happens on that boat, not for me, right? Well, a couple days in, I managed to impress the producers and the director.
Fucking A, dude. Oh.
Always a good feeling, which by the way, if you haven't seen the previous two videos, I suggest you go back and watch those so you can get caught up. But it's the last night, they pull me into a meeting and we basically drum up this idea for what will be the opening sequence to the new season. And so not only did they convince me to stay an extra day, they also convinced me to go on this boat. And as I was walking out of this meeting, one of the guys tosses me this rather large, heavy duffel bag and just says, "You're gonna need one of these." That is a survival suit. And, well, if for some reason I have to go overboard, I have to put one of those on. It's the only way I'm gonna be able to survive the freezing temperatures. So, great, huh? Good luck to me. Please work. So I guess one thing I'll say right now, if you're trying to be into do this as a career, is that it's not just that you have to be a pretty damn good pilot, but you also have to be willing to be placed into different kinds of environments and predicaments. Just gotta know how to roll with it, and all while being able to fly under pressure, right? So if you've ever watched the show and wondered how they get the exterior shots of boats when they're out on sea, well, one way is through a helicopter, and another way is by using something called a chase boat. And the chase boat has a camera with a gimbal, you got a camera operator, and for my specific shot, we decided that it would be best for me to be on the chase boat. Whew. So we're on board the Perseverance.
Ready to go for a boat ride.
We got the dream team.
Yeah.
It's me and Shane again.
And one of us can actually fly a drone.
So this is the GSS?
This is it. This is it. It's got a red camera in there.
Oh, it's got a red?
Yeah.
Wow.
Red camera in there. It's all dialed in. So we'll give it a good test today. Hope everything's working.
That's awesome. And this is what you work on.
This is what I run, yeah.
All right, you got to give me the quick tour. Quick tour.
Come on in.
Wow.
Boat.
Wow.
Your drone setup's right here.
Oh, look at you. Hooked me up with a table already.
Come on up to the wheelhouse.
Oh, we're going to the wheelhouse.
Alright, rear prop.
Wow.
Bob, this is Tommy. Hey Tommy, how you doing? Tommy,
Hey Bob, how you doing?
Tommy the Drone Meister.
Yeah, cool. You're crazy on that thing.
Thank you. Wow, this is cool. And this is where you do your thing, huh?
This is it, yeah. Just sit.
You know, this looks a lot like the movie controller.
Yeah.
You familiar with that one?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I used to sit out on deck and have waves flying over me all the time, and now it's sitting here with a cup of coffee.
Nice. Now, is this hardwired or wireless?
Hardwired. We got 100 specialty cables.
Okay, good.
Cables run right down.
Just making sure that nothing takes me out. I don't know if you heard, but I had a drone go down yesterday.
No. What happened?
My video just cut out. Like it says if somebody turned something on. But yeah, now I'm like extra cautious. All right, we gotta turn everything off that's transmitting.
Right.
Okay, so the first thing I needed to do is just make sure that my drone can arm. And if you didn't know, every time you plug in your drone, it needs to initialize its sensors. And in order for that to happen successfully, the drone has to be absolutely still. Well, we're out on a boat, out in the Bering Sea. There is no such thing as still. And when I went to go test this, sure enough, the drone wouldn't arm. So I had to plug it into Betaflight, and I had to figure out which variable it was that controls this arming sequence and start increasing that value until it would arm. And I kept going back and forth until eventually, after increasing the value by a factor of like 3 or 4, it finally arms. So on the one hand, I'm like relieved because I'm like, great, we can do this. But then on the flip side, I'm also kind of like, well, you know what? I've never really done this before, and I don't know what kind of impact changing this value has to the drone.
It is on the west side. North side, close we get here. We got to go all the way around to get on the east side.
Could you point out which one pre-strop is? Okay, great. So if they want me to, they want me to use this to reveal a boat, which means I need to fly in between this and the mountain.
Yeah.
And so let's just hypothetically say the ship is here.
That's where we can be.
Then we need to be here.
That's gonna be tough.
Okay, or the other way. So then, if the ship is here, then we need to be on the same side where the ship is, so that
Behind them, so we're not in the shot.
Yeah. So basically, we got to think about it as like as a triangle, so that like if we're here, then I see it that way and I see it this way.
Right.
So that's the only way I'm gonna be able to get that specific shot.
All right.
Well, if he loses line of sight of the drone, Bob,
Yeah.
it'll go down.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we got to be close.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's just if he flies behind a mountain or something.
Right.
Oh,
right.
Well, it shouldn't have to there.
Yeah,
Where
yeah,
we're at, it
yeah.
should be wide open.
Right.
If the boat starts to swing, that's a problem because if the wheelhouse blocks his view or the bow, he'll be shooting off the side, and he needs to stay direct line of sight with the drone.
All right.
So.
But it was my understanding there would be no trigonometry.
I want to lose that baby, man.
No, I already lost one yesterday. We both lost one now.
I know, and this
Oh,
spot
man.
killed me. It took me out the other day. So,
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's a little intimidating.
Okay.
Might be some bad juju out
You
there.
could have told me that after the fact, but hey. Now here's where my reality just really starts to sink in with me. Everything that I looked at was just reminding me just how seasick I was getting. And the farther we went out, the rockier everything got. It was just absolutely relentless. I tried going outside, I tried focusing on the horizon, and at one point I even just started focusing on birds, just trying to keep myself together. Oh, this is gonna be hard. This boat is moving way more than I expected. There's lots of things going on. We gotta make sure that I just don't tip over from just the motion of the boat. Gotta make sure that I am kind of maintaining line of sight, because basically I gotta fly up towards those mountains. I got my work cut out for me on this one.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, yeah, living life.
Tommy, do you have
Living life right here.
an ETA?
We'll just go around, get back in position, and do the drone.
Red light! So I'm on the top deck, and I'm basically using my legs to counter the rocking of the boat, right? Basically acting like a human gimbal. I'm also leaned back up against the wall because I can't use my hands to hold on to something. And I just remember as soon as I took off, I remember the wind pushing me just immediately, and now it almost caught me off guard. And as I'm making my way towards my number one position, I also noticed that the drone starts rolling right. And I can't tell at this point if it's me. Is it my radio? Did I lose trim? Was it the value that I changed earlier? All I know at this point is that I have to actively manage this just to keep going straight. As I'm making my way to the top of this mountain, I'm constantly looking back, keeping tabs of where I'm at, where the picture boat is at, because sometime really soon I'm gonna have to pick a line down the side of this mountain where I don't fall behind a ridge and lose line of sight, all while framing up important parts of the geographic location and then ultimately revealing the boat. I wanted to dive the side of that mountain and hug it, but just this was not happening. The wind coming up the side of that mountain is so strong that it's just basically upsetting my drone. And of course the drone wants to stabilize itself, and the only way for it to do that is to spin up the props and effectively pushing me away and away, even at 0 throttle. The second part of this shot has a timing element to it, because we wanted the captain of the Time Bandit to walk out onto the bow of the ship as I made my approach. The challenge here was that as soon as I let off the throttle, that wind just starts pushing me away, basically making it very difficult for me to get a shot at the captain.
Okay, drone's coming back for battery swap.
Drone's coming back for a battery swap.
Copy that. Thank you, sir. Coming back to the west and get in a better position.
Okay, so this shot, as discussed, is just not going according to plan. Now, I never like to tell the director that we can't get a shot, so it's on me to come up with something that is going to work that we're all going to be happy with. So now I'm on the walkie with the director, and I'm explaining that we need to move to this side of the rock, they need to move to that side of the rock, and we're going to work on this new movement and get that timing down with the captain. All while being in a huge rush because there's a snowstorm coming in and the lighting is just getting worse and worse.
On the back, to the back.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
All right, let's do this.
Framing of the rocks and the shoreline was looking really good, and the line leading up to the boat was working out the way that I wanted.
Alright, let them know I'm ready for my approach.
Drone's on the approach, ready?
Copy that.
Approaching in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So I'm working out a couple of different variations of these hero shots when I realized that my battery voltage was a lot lower for the amount of time I've been up in the air. So I decided to start making my way back to our boat when I then realized that I've also now got this crazy strong headwind working against me. And I just keep my eye on this battery voltage and I see that it's just dropping really fast and just constantly dipping below 21 volts every time the wind gust was hitting it. And I just really wasn't sure if I was going to make it back.
Come on. Coming in hot, coming in hot.
Coming in hot.
Oh, okay. Oh. We made it! We made it!
Flying off that boat, definitely the hardest thing I've ever had to do.
And then the headwind. Oh, I thought I wasn't gonna make it. Oh my goodness. I need to take a breather.
Now, one thing I've learned about myself over the years is that I could have a crazy headache, I could have a massive toothache. No matter what it is, as soon as I go up in the air, all of those things get left behind and I just kind of zone in on the flying. But as soon as I come back and land, all of those things comes rushing back. And on this boat, it was like my subconscious self got back with my conscious self and was like, hey, remember us? We're on this super rocky boat, and we're super seasick.
That's what we did, huh? The weather got shittier.
I didn't care that it was snowing. I didn't care how cold it was outside. I just needed to stay out there until we got to calmer waters just so that I wouldn't puke. We got a puker, and is this his first time out here?
So you mean say someone else is puking and I'm not?
That's right.
Oh, dude, that's a badge of honor for me then. That's a badge of honor for me. That's, oh man. Okay. I'm glad I got that on camera.
Thank you guys so much if you've made it to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. I look forward to doing more of these as I'm able to. Obviously, every production and every job is different. So shout out to Original Productions for letting me do my thing. And shout out to everybody on the crew. Everybody was so friendly and awesome. Drop it down in the comments and let me know what topics or questions you guys have regarding these types of FPV jobs, because that'll give me some ideas about what content to make for you guys in the future. So once again, really appreciate you guys sticking around to the end, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.